Hi, this is Pratiksha Chan. I am the member of Moola Foundation. Today, I am really excited to share this interview with our IMO scholars. On the behalf of your Moola Foundation, I would like to invite you here. And as you know, like Moola Foundation had, organized this IMO challenge for all the scholars. And today we have with us Tanya Jaiswal, who's a BA LLB second year student from Jamia Millia Islamia. And she has done her certificate course on international humanitarian law from Oxford University in China and China University for Hong Kong. And also, like you have worked and interned with DCPR, Think India, district courts, and organizations. Nice. So, hi, Tanya. I welcome you here. So, tell me about your, the public opinion which you have shared on, impact of coronavirus on uh, travel industry and tourism. So, we would like to know your opinion on this.
Thank you. First of all, thank you so much for your wonderful introduction. I have written my policy paper on the effect of COVID-19 on tourism sector. We all know that tourism sector of the country, of any country, generate the foreign exchange, drive regional development, and directly support various business and numerous types of jobs such as catering, tourist operator, etc. And moreover, it's also underpinned the many local communities. As a labor intensive sector, it's command a major share of countries. For instance, tourism make up 12% of total employment in Iceland, and 13.5% in Spain, 10.3% of in England. So there's a numerous contribution. We cannot deny the contribution of the tourism sector in the employment rate of any country. If we examine the contribution of tourism sector in our total employment in India, it is 8.1%. Naturally, it's not adverse to the job losses and salary cut inflicted by the COVID-19. Moreover, there was a report by the Federation of Association in Indian Tourism and Hospitality. About 3.8 crore people in the country face unemployment due to pandemic and resulting
Right.
lockdown.
Right. So,
So, I
yeah, yeah, continue,
hmm,
continue.
shall I summarize my whole paper in a few lines?
No, no, like, I'll ask you a few questions on this. Like, let's have an
Okay.
interaction, interactive session here. Right, you whatever you have said, the impact of coronavirus on the people around and the tourism industry and travel industry. So I just wanted to know, like, what government has taken measures on this right now, currently, what our Indian government is doing. Like, people are still traveling and going, people are hanging out, having vacations and all. So what has this pandemic created an impact on, like, the major sectors? Would you like to highlight?
When I have written this policy paper in the month of April and June, or some around August month, that time is a lockdown process. It's the same situation. Afterwards, the government came up with the lockdowns phases unlock. So slowly, the everything unlocked down. Before that, we have seen that the government, the Ministry of Tourism and Ministry of Finance have worked jointly to resolve the issue in the tourism sector regarding the payment of value-added tax exception, which help the which help to ease the financial burden on those just struggling with the poor business activity. Now the situation, when the lockdown situation, when the everything unlocked slowly, the people come out from their homes and starting roaming their here, but people are careless about taking the precautions of the COVID-19, which is adversely affected their health. We have this recently see the example of the Sudev Amrit, that is the some kind of restaurant where the people is thousands of people gather to for eating the parathas and whatever, and which affected the health of workers. The report shown that is 32 people workers have affected by the coronavirus, which is which totally adverse impact we have could see here.
Right, definitely. Yeah, like whatever you said is right. And also, like when this pandemic began, the workers, the daily wages, the workers, they started, like there was no, the route to go to their natives and all. They had to travel back, walking, and many of the workers have lost their lives due to this. So all this, and definitely there's an impact on, our travel industry, of course, on this. Also, I would like to ask you whether, like, what are the measures coming up, to, overcome this issue what we are facing right now on, tourism and travel industry.
I have provided the suggestions to mediate the impact of COVID-19 on tourism sector. The lot of interventions they have, lot of suggestions, lot of measures has been taken by the government. Like the government intervention is one of the factors where the government can set up the employee proficient fund and employee state insurance measures, which like any other countries are doing, like Russia, Greece, and Australia, they all have taken the relief measures for introduce a relief measure for the workers. And moreover, we cannot deny the fact that is the hotels and the tourism sector is a backbone of our employment generation. So the government has taken the measures to providing the incentives and subsidies to the tour operators. Allow they are now flexible to allow to open their hotels again. But yes, there's a no. We not see the same situation that prevailed in the last time in before the coronavirus. So there is a need that we need to re-engineer the business model. We need that we take more safety and hygienic measure to reassure the customer to avail their services, so that people could, because there's a lot of pressure on mind is created due to coronavirus regarding the social behavior towards the social distancing and hesitation to travel far distance. So there, like industry, small hotels can introduce cashless payment methods and effective strategy to win the trust of the customers. Moreover, there is a concept of travel bubbles introduced, which the India can see for it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, we should, your suggestions are really a matter of concern, right? Also, like, what would you, why did you choose this topic, like the public policy topic? Like, this is an issue, right? We are facing this currently. So why, necessarily this topic, why you have chosen, and what made that you, get that interest in public policy? So I want to know whether,
Okay. It is very interesting question that I want to share with you.
yeah.
Love traveling so much. So during the phase of the lockdown, I am sitting in my study room and thinking, so what kind of policy paper I could return. So I'm wondering the salary, the how the tourist guiders and tourists, the small hotels workers are working in this situation, how they incur the income, how they run their family. So I think why not writing the paper on the tourism sector, because tourism sector is a so broad sector. We cannot even I have to set in the within the 1,000 word is too much tough for me. I couldn't do that
Yeah.
because has its own importance. So that is why I have chosen the topic for tourism, effect COVID-19 effect on tourism sector, because I want to address that downtrodden people, the hotelers, the problem which every travelers face during this COVID-19.
Right. Definitely, like, we youngsters, we love to travel, and I definitely, like, I
Exactly.
myself love to travel. So, wherever we visit those hotels and those tourist, the guides, they have affected, and we can't imagine, what are they going through, and what would be their situation currently, and how are they, overcoming this. So definitely, this is a matter of concern, and we are glad that you put this, policy in front of us and in front of everyone. And it's a very nice concern and a topic which you have chosen. We will like to like want to know whether what is your opinion, like what is your few words on Mulla Foundation, who started this IMO challenge, and what are your opinions on it? How was your experience, till this 2 months, they're having those presentations and introduction? Yeah.
Okay. Uh, First of all, I want to extend my sincere thanks to Muller Foundation for providing us such a great opportunity that engaged the youth in the formation of the policy, that they gave the taste, that they give the taste of the policy paper, how we can formulate the policy, how we can address the people of the society through our opinion, through our suggestions. Throughout the 2 months of the progress, I felt great with the to working with the Muller Foundation, because they are like, they give you suggestion at every point, at each point, they give you guidance at the proper mode. Uh, First, we have written the policy paper, which is Muller Foundation give the review, give the remark, how we can improve upon it. Then they provide the opportunity to present the policy paper in front of everyone. So we have the PPT presentation also. So these all, the way they engage all the policymakers, all the youth in the policymaking process, it was great. And
Yeah.
I'm really thankful to Muller Foundation for it.
Yeah, that means a lot, and thank you so much to you too for being a part of Mulla Foundation and the IMO Challenge. And yeah, like before ending this up, we would like to thank you for being a part of Mulla Foundation, and we look forward to you being a part of the upcoming projects and upcoming sessions in Mulla Foundation. And yeah, be connected with us and stay tuned for the further updates. And thank you for
Thank you
having
so
this
much.
session. Thank you so much.
I'm really looking for more opportunity from Muller Foundation. It was a great
Definitely, we will.
experience.
Definitely, we'll be in touch and we'll share the upcoming sessions coming ahead. Thank you so much, Tanya, for being a part of this interview. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much.